people started to label our music shoegaze, and I didn't know what shoegaze was. So I started to listening to Slowdive, not exactly from the beginning. So yeah, they had a big influence on our later records, and especially the record Shelter, which was a purely like dream pop record. I think there is something very deep and very mystical and aquatic in their sound, and that's something we also have, you know, like this very aquatic and dreamy vibe, even if, you know, we are quite heavy too, because I grew up as a metal kid. Like the metalheads, when they say, yeah, but you know, I like metal, but I listen to also I don't know, like thrash metal, death metal. No, for me, I listen to metal, but I also listen to things that have nothing to do with metal, like electronic music or hip-hop, anything that is good.
What do you get when you use blast beats, string screaming, and many pedals for your guitar? Wait, what? Why do you need so many pedals on a guitar? Relax, I'm going to say the genre name. Okay. Well, I give you Blackgaze. Blackgaze is a genre mix of black metal and shoegaze that use melodies of post-rock, shoegaze, obviously, and post-hardcore. It is unknown who coined the term blackgaze or if this genre is metal, but many fans have mixed feelings about being labeled metal. I will explain what makes it blackgaze and how it become a well-known genre among music nerds, hipsters, especially musicians, and why they're hated. Before I ask what blackgaze is, I will talk about the origin of two genres, black metal and shoegaze in the short term. Black metal is a subgenre of metal music that emerged in the 80s in Europe using thrash and death metal elements. The theme of the genre used very fast-paced instruments, dissonant production values, and shrinking vocals, and their lyrics containing anti-religion and satanism. Oh, and they also use corpse paint. Shoegaze is a subgenre of indie and alternative rock that emerged in the 80s in Ireland and the United Kingdom. The genre is characterized by cryptic vocals, reverberating and distorted guitars, and using a bunch of pedals for their production values. It even coined the term shoegaze because many guitarists always look down and touch the pedal with their shoes. Now that we have both genre origin, let's discuss the blackgaze genre. Blackgaze is a fusion genre that combines black metal and shoegaze. Sometimes their melodies use other genres such as post-rock and hardcore for their production, and vocals sometimes make their songs longer. Their music has shoegaze instruments but use blast beats. Their vocals can sometimes be screaming and singing in lo-fi quality, sounds like how black metal was. It is a lot different from the genre of black metal since sure, the black metal genre influence are there, but it uses shoegaze instruments like the shoegaze guitar and pedals. Their lyrical themes are also different because the lyrics are more positive and uplifting, or sometimes they can be sad and depressing songs, but I bet you don't hear them because of the shrinks they scream. Many of their album covers use pink theme or city photos that make you think it's a shoegaze or an electronic album. Now that we know what blackgaze is, let's check the history of that genre. Black metal and shoegaze ruled and influenced the genre in the 90s. The black metal side had a different sound when Oliver released their debut album in 1995. I already cannot say that title.
Bergtatt, et eventyr I 5 kapitler.
There you go. Sorry, I already had to do that. Which translates to Spellbound, a fairy tale in 5 chapters. Since the album was released, this album has been a lot different from other black metal albums which are more atmospheric and experimental. They were also using more electronic and ambient to their sound as not many other black metal bands were using it before. In the same year, Summer released 2 albums, Lugbirds and Minas Morgul. Both of these albums were atmospheric and they used synthesizers which helped to use the originality of their sound. In 2000, Alcest was formed as they mostly played black metal songs influencing the past 90s black metal bands. In 2001, they released their demo album, Streetness Hyper Now, but in 2005, they released their EP, Less Secret, which helped upgrade their new sound and influence the genre in the future. Nash became the sole member of Alcest after their former members left after Streetness Hyper Now, but this EP helped to become what Alcest is today. It had blast beats but with reverb pedals and even has singing that sounds like one of Slowdive songs. In 2007, they released their debut album,
Souvenirs d'un autre monde.
which translates to Memories of Another World. This album received positive reviews and became influential in the Blackgaze genre, similar to their last EP. Not only does this help with many newer bands forming and making music identical to Alcest, but they will change the genre in the next decade by one band. One band that will be defined by fans and haters. In 2010, Deafheaven was formed and they released their demo album the same year. The album was more atmospheric black metal, but the sound still showed their Blackgaze sound. In 2011, they released their debut album, Rose to Shuda, with only 4 tracks. Rose to Shuda received positive reviews and cold following, and their sound started to feel more like actual Blackgaze. On June 11, 2013, Deafheaven released their second album, Sunbather. The album sound was much more different since they kept their black metal string screaming to it, but used more diverse genres with other genres such as shoegaze, post-rock, and alternative rock. A few of the tracks focus on different sounds such as Irresistible, Please Remember, and Windows, and concentrated their post-rock sounds with spoken words. This album became an essential Blackgaze album. Fuck that, popularized the genre with many prominent media outlets talking about it, and even was featured on the iPhone 5C presentation. So this was a big deal. Not even that, when you speak about Blackgaze, they will likely mention this album or Alcest's album, but most likely it's Sunbather. It received widespread critical acclaim and was on every list of best albums in 2013. Not only that, it was on the best albums of the decade too. Look at all the lists done by the publications of Sunbather. So yeah, this album changed Blackgaze forever. After Sunbather came out, many other bands started releasing Blackgaze albums, the same thing as Alcest and Deafheaven were doing, which had many more bands coming up in the 2010s than in the 2000s. Now we're in the 2020s, it is similar to how it was in the 2010s when one album received numerous positive reviews, with Austin No Showcase releasing their album in 2022, Island becoming another essential Blackgaze album. The Blackgaze genre is alive and well, with many bands releasing new albums. However, both of the bands that I mentioned, Alcest and Deafheaven, stopped doing Blackgaze. They went on to actual shoegaze, with many fans received mixed thoughts with both of their recent albums. If you are an Alcest fan in 2024, that's good news. But if you are a Deafheaven fan, I'm sorry, because many fans hated their most recent albums and sometimes even called them irrelevant. There's a controversy surrounding this genre and why they're hated, because it isn't real black metal. As I said, it has a shoegaze influence on this genre and others. But many bands in that genre don't even like black metal, they just want to do other genres, which angers metalheads. Another reason many people hate this genre is that it's categorized as hipster metal, since many of the articles praising these bands were on non-mainstream websites and many people will classify those websites as hipster news. The fashions in Blackgaze were all hipster-like, the fans dressed like hipsters and even the band dressed like this. Oh, and Pitchfork is obsessed with them, so if anything Pitchfork likes, it will be hated, because of the many terrible reviews they give for rock albums. The last reason it is hated is that the sounds focus more on shoegaze and post-rock than actual black metal, and many metalheads complain that most bands don't acknowledge metal. So this is more like how it is in the actual metal genre and how hipsters love this type of music so much that they don't even listen to metal to begin with. To me, I love Blackgaze because as a guy who loves post-hardcore and scrams, I have never heard of many bands influenced by that genre, so I listened to those Blackgaze albums with post-hardcore and scrams elements and it was perfect. I listened to those two main genres. So that's why I love Blackgaze. Blackgaze became the defining genre in the modern music era. Both albums I mentioned define the music of the 2010s because they changed the metal and rock scene so that many people could explore heavy sounds while simultaneously having soft sounds. Many big news media outlets have changed their view of metal because they still thought that metal music was noise or had negative lyrics towards anyone, but they changed their mind once Deafheaven came through. Okay, it still needs to be better for that because many prominent media outlets will only listen to Blackgaze rather than their original genres influenced by that genre. Still, if you only listen to Blackgaze, you do you. In defense of it, many listeners who are getting into Blackgaze will also get into black metal and shoegaze when they find out what band in this genre was influenced by and where Blackgaze comes from. The gap between 2013 to 2019 is considered the golden age of Blackgaze because after Deafheaven popularity, many bands got recognition and released more albums for their music. Before I end this video, I will recommend the best Blackgaze albums you should listen to. I Want to Be There by Sadness, Love Exchange Failure by Whiteward, Rhea by Oathbreaker, The Weight of the Mask by Spellbard, Untitled by Liminal Stream, Blackline by Respire, Everyone Goes Away Eventually by Blue Noise, Calico Strings by Sugar Wounds, and the entire discography of Life. Thanks for watching. Consider like and subscribe for more videos to come. I'll see you next time.